Not all of the trauma that gets encoded in your central nervous system is yours alone. Some may be rooted in adversities that were experienced by an ancestor or many ancestors long before you were born. When a system of trauma is perpetrated for decades or even hundreds or thousands of years, its effects may be expressed by everyone born into that culture. In the history of our kind, countless traumas have been handed down from one generation to another in the form of unhealed, unintegrated energies, otherwise known as the crystallized past, which are now inextricable from our lives in the present. This is what traumatizing energies do. They fragment and separate our vital energy, making it difficult to be fully present in time while we are holding on to fractured past information. When something happens to activate a fragmented trauma, quote, file, so to speak, the nervous system becomes triggered or activated, and we find ourselves regressing back to the stage of our development at the time the trauma first occurred. For example, back into a 5-year-old self. Knowing in advance what might activate a person's trauma is often hard to predict, and the response itself may seem outsized or irrational to an outside observer. This is due to the fragmented nature of trauma. Because the original energy of the trauma is broken apart in the system, any correspondences or links to the whole are themselves disconnected, making regression more likely. And this is not an accident. In fact, even the triggers or activations of past trauma possess a kind of evolutionary brilliance. When the 5-year-old's trauma occurred, a certain aspect of their development was prevented from unfolding in a healthy way and is still waiting to be released. Still waiting to be released. Like a wrinkle in space-time, waiting to be smoothed so that the whole film can finally play clearly. The triggered regression is like a pop-up window, prompting that release. Warning, pay attention, look at this issue. These fragmented files explain why, in certain areas of your life, everything seems to flow in a synchronized manner, while in other areas, things can feel stuck or stagnated or blocked. Maybe in your professional life, things generally unfold easily. You tend to meet just the right people at the right time or attract key clients or customers with ease. Yet in your personal or romantic life, things might feel more difficult or less synchronized. That difficulty or stuckness may exist due to unintegrated traumas in the area of intimate relationships. There is either coherence and serendipity, or incoherence, fragmentation, and desynchronization. In the event of the latter, there are signals one can look to in order to discover precisely which files are broken and in need of system cleanup. So often we struggle with fear, doubt, numbness, unease, and anxiety that overshadows the movie, which is to say, the fullest and clearest flow of light and information about our present experience, all that is happening and is available to us right now. Trauma energy creates a filter over our perception. Where we are traumatized, our perception of the world is distorted and limited. Awareness is reduced and overshadowed. That is why we so often project our disowned trauma onto the world and react as if the trauma is still happening to us because of other people. Genuine healing has the power to restore distortions and bring about inner and outer coherence, including improved relationships. As you heal, that broken piece belonging to your past can be brought back into the fold. Through embodied mature awareness, you become attuned to any parts of yourself that are absent or out of sync, and you can consciously work to reintegrate those aspects of self.